In the stillness, King Charles III reflects on the conversations he's had with the echoes of his ancestors. Each ghost had imparted wisdom steeped in the trials of their reigns. He walks slowly through the halls of Buckingham Palace, contemplating the fragile balance he must strike. As daylight creeps in, piercing through the grand windows, he feels a newfound sense of purpose forging within him. The weight of the crown feels lighter, not just as a symbol of power, but perhaps as a call to service. Today is not merely another day, it is the beginning of an opportunity to redefine his legacy. The morning sun spills golden light across the palace, illuminating the intricate details of its historic architecture. Charles takes a deep breath and feels the warmth seep into his being, energizing him for the challenges ahead. As he glances toward the portraits of his forebears, he recalls their truths and burdens, each a testament to resilience and duty. He squares his shoulders and straightens his crown, a gesture of determination. Today, he will step into the public eye, not as a monarch weighed down by the past, but as a leader ready to embrace change while honoring his family's legacy. With a final nod to the shadows of history, he opens the grand doors, welcoming the dawn of a new era. Amid the bustling city, voices of the people echo in his mind, opinions swirling like autumn leaves in a gust. As he walks toward his audience, Charles senses the anticipation in the air. The world watches and waits for the man he will choose to be. Today, he must speak not only to reassure the nation but also to acknowledge the past laid bare before him. Stepping onto the balcony, he squints against the brilliance of the sun, his heart racing as he prepares to address those who have come seeking connection and guidance. With every word spoken, he knows he must weave hope and healing into the fabric of his speech, bridging the chasm that has formed in the hearts of his subjects. As he begins, the vision of his ancestors stands behind him, a silent reminder that he is not alone on this journey. Their wisdom echoes in his heart, urging him to remain steadfast and true. Now, as Charles takes a deep breath, he understands the crown is more than a title. It is a promise to protect and lead with wisdom forged in the fires of history. With his heart steady, King Charles III raises his gaze to the crowd assembled below, their faces a tapestry of hope and skepticism. He begins, his voice clear and resonant, "My fellow countrymen, today marks not just a continuation of our monarchy, but an invitation to a renewed relationship between the crown and the people." The murmurs of the crowd quiet as they lean in, eager for his words. History surrounds us, its lessons echoing through the corridors of this palace. We are bound by our past, yet we must not be shackled by it. He can see the flicker of recognition on their faces, a shared understanding of their collective journey. Together, we will navigate the challenges of today with unity, compassion, and a commitment to every voice that forms the heart of our nation. The sunlight glints off the crown perched upon his head, not merely a symbol, but a beacon of his vow to serve. Together, he continues, we hold the power to shape the future. My reign shall honor the values of openness and accessibility, breathing new life into an institution that many wish to see transformed. He pauses, allowing his words to resonate, witnessing the varied expressions of hope, apprehension, and curiosity among the crowd. Our challenge will require understanding and patience as we seek to reconcile our past with the aspirations of our promising future. Each sentence draws forth a wave of emotion, sparking a connection that transcends the traditional barriers of monarchy. Seeing the faces of familiar supporters and potential critics, he feels the energy in the air shift, as if history itself acknowledges this pivotal moment. I will listen to the concerns of my people, for it is only through dialogue and mutual respect that trust can be rebuilt. The crowd seems to lean closer, their breaths held. We must embrace change while fortifying the foundations that bind us as a nation. By honoring our shared history, we can move forward together. As his tears glisten subtly in the sunlight, he senses the moment teeter on the edge of acceptance. Let today be a new chapter where the crown serves not just as a symbol, but as a promise of fidelity to each one of you. The air fills with a palpable hope as he finishes, together, we rise. Together, we succeed. In the aftermath of his speech, an air of palpable energy envelops Buckingham Palace. The crowd, alive with anticipation, reacts, some with cheers while others remain contemplative, reflecting on the weight of Charles's words. Each heartbeat resonates with the notion of rebirth, the monarchy standing on the precipice of change. Charles feels a quiet surge within, knowing he has, for the first time, laid bare both his vulnerabilities and his vision. As the last echoes of voices rise into the sky, uncertainty still lurks at the edges of his perspective, yet, the promise of a new chapter invigorates his resolve. He watches as someone in the distance waves a flag, unfurling vibrantly in the sun. The symbol evokes unity and pride, making hope a tangible thread weaving through the collective spirit of his people. The dawn has not only arrived but ushered in the possibility of a reconciled legacy, one forged in purpose, compassion, and understanding. Today is not just an opportunity, it is a beginning steeped in the legacy of those that came before him, urging a deeper connection with the nation he has promised to serve faithfully. King Charles III stands poised beneath the sky, ready to meet the challenges ahead with the ghosts of his ancestors guiding him forward. The crowd begins to disperse, but the atmosphere remains electric with transformation. King Charles III stands on the balcony, absorbing the moment. In this new light, he gazes out, feeling the weight of every word spoken and the hope ignited in the hearts of those gathered. A child, no more than 10, breaks free from the throng, waving a handmade sign that reads, "We believe in you, King Charles." His heart swells at the sight, for this small act of faith embodies the rebirth he envisions for the monarchy. With a smile, he gestures toward the child, acknowledging the spirit of the youth, the future he desperately wishes to serve and protect. This moment is the spark that reignites his commitment, a reminder that leadership is woven into the dreams of those he leads. Today marks not an end, but a gateway to a brighter shared journey, filled with all the possibilities of change and restoration. Closing his eyes briefly, he whispers a silent vow to honor this trust, knowing that every challenge will be faced with resilience and grace. As the sun begins to dip on the horizon, casting a warm golden hue over Buckingham Palace, King Charles III feels the weight of expectation shift. Moments after addressing the crowd, he retreats to his private chambers, where the echoes of his ancestors linger like a gentle breeze. The palace, now alive with a renewed spirit, resonates with the possibility of hope and healing. He sits before a large window, letting the fading light wash over him, and reflects on the shared journey he has begun. Each strategy he formulates feels intertwined with the legacy of those who came before, an intricate tapestry woven with threads of wisdom and strength. As he visualizes the future, he senses a commitment deepening within, a pledge to not only uphold the traditions of the crown but also to foster a living connection with his nation. He contemplates the challenges ahead, knowing they will require courage, humility, and unwavering resolve. The prospect of forging a new path beckons him, one that honors the spirit of unity and reconciliation he wishes to cultivate. With renewed determination, he stands, ready to embrace the days ahead, knowing that the journey to reshape the monarchy has just begun. As he gazes out of the window, King Charles III takes a moment to absorb the beauty of his surroundings, mingling with the rush of life beyond the palace walls. The soft whispers of the trees sway in the evening breeze, their leaves dancing like an audience captivated by his resolve. Each rustle seems to offer encouragement, a reminder that nature too plays its part in this transition. The weight of history, once a burden, now feels like a guiding light illuminating the path ahead. He feels a connection, not just to the past, but to the living tapestry of his people, each thread vital to the fabric of the nation. Today, a new understanding dawns. With each decision, he will honor their dreams, the hopes woven into the very essence of Britain. As dusk falls, he embraces the night with open arms, prepared to dream and build anew, ready to lead with strength and compassion. The journey awaits. In the stillness of the evening, Charles reflects on the day. The weight of expectation transforms into a promise, as he understands that change requires both courage and sacrifice. He stands at the threshold of a journey where the voices of his ancestors guide him, a chorus reminding him of the delicate balance between tradition and modernity. With each heartbeat, he feels the warmth of his people's support wrapping around him like a cloak, instilling a profound sense of responsibility. Closing his eyes, he envisions the unfolding future, a tapestry woven from threads of hope and resilience. Charles breathes deeply, ready to embrace his role as a monarch for the ages. A soft wind carries with it a whisper, echoing the sentiment that unity, compassion, and service are the true crowns of a leader. As the stars begin to twinkle above, he knows that his reign will not only honor the past, but will also illuminate a shared path forward, making the monarchy a living, breathing entity once more. Charles opens his eyes, feeling renewed vigor coursing through him as he steps away from the window, the soft glow of twilight framing his silhouette. He retrieves a pen and paper, determined to translate his vision into actionable steps that will echo through the halls of Buckingham Palace and into the hearts of his people. Each stroke of the pen brings forth commitments to transparency and collaboration, initiatives aimed at engaging with communities who have felt distanced from the monarchy. With each word, his resolve solidifies. He will transform this institution, not merely as a relic of the past, but as a beacon of hope and progress for future generations. As the dawn breaks over Buckingham Palace, King Charles III steps forward, ready to embrace the monarchical journey ahead, illuminated by the wisdom of his ancestors. The past will serve as a guide, while the future unfolds with promise, one he is determined to shape with compassion and purpose, for himself and his people.